Hi guys, Harry here, and last Sunday's episode of Doctor Who Survivors of the Flux was a pretty good Doctor Who episode. It was definitely better than, I think, the first episode, but it hasn't been as good as the Sontaran episode or the episode before that, the Weeping Angel episode. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good episode. But there was one thing I was thinking about towards the end of the episode. What is going to happen to the division now that Tech Tayun is dead, has been killed by Swarm? What happens because it was kind of like she wasn't actually the leader, owner, creator of the division, but she was the one in charge, so it kind of left a lot of unanswered questions, is there going to be someone else back and will take over division and run it a different way, or keep running it the same way, or will the Doctor take over division and get her memories back, and with her old memory she'll work for work as the owner of division. So there's just a big questions, but as I just mentioned, the biggest question, I think, and the most interesting is, will the Doctor be the one to take over division? So with that said, let's get into the video and what I think of who could take over the division and why it might be the Doctor. Okay, so we last met Tech Tayun in last series, series 12, and then it was revealed, obviously, in the Timeless Child that it was the Doctor that was the Timeless Child, and it it threw up everything we knew about the Doctor's backstory, and it was just, not incredibly shocking because it was kind of obvious, but the implications of the Doctor being the Timeless Child was incredibly shocking. But we meet Tech Tayun again, and the Doctor obviously doesn't know who this woman was because we met her before, back in episode 3 of the Flux, where it was revealed that the Flux was man-made, and it was made because of the Doctor and the universe. But it was elaborated on again as Tech Tayun returned in that form, and she revealed that, obviously, to the Doctor that she was Tech Tayun, and that the Flux was made because of the Doctor to get her back to the division to destroy the universe she was in. But it's when the Doctor asks Tech Tayun if she's the leader of the division, she's like, yeah, well, I suppose I kind of am now, which obviously is Tech Tayun isn't the official leader. It wasn't the leader that was put in charge right at the start, wasn't the one that made division right at the start. And it's so who was it? Was it Rassilon, Omega, the General perhaps? Someone else, ahead of them, maybe even the Master. I know he's kind of probably not him because of Sacha Dhawan. Last time we saw him, he was he's oh, I hate that, there's a part of you inside me. And of course, if he was really then, it would still work with regeneration, so I suppose that kind of works, but I don't feel like it's going to be the Master. Anyway, so Tech Tayun wasn't the official leader at the start, but she is the leader now, and now that Swarm has killed her, is it going to be passed on to her offspring? And of course her only offspring now, I think, is the Doctor. It's said that she doesn't have any other children, it's not explicitly stated, but it's kind of that the Doctor is her only child. So will it go to the Doctor? Will the Ood only obeyed Tech Tayun, and only when the Doctor like pleaded with the Ood did it like just tell her what it was doing, and it didn't like stop even when she was like, well, all your brothers, sisters, like like all the other Ood in that universe are gonna die. It still just kept on compressing the universe. It kept on pushing the flux out to kill that universe. But will the Ood obey the Doctor now that its official master Tech Tayun is dead? Because the Ood are born to serve, so will it just go to the next highest member of authority in division, or will it go to Tech Tayun's offspring, or will it go to someone else like sorry if you can hear the ambulance or fire engine or police car out there, just went past. Anyway, but will it go to the next highest member of authority, or Tech Tayun's offspring, which in both cases I think would be the Doctor, because it kind of, the Weeping Angels were like kind of like pulled out of it. Like they didn't really have that much in the division. The Doctor was like in the first like 5 minutes of the episode, she was with Tech Tayun and the Ood, and like she'd already gone from the Weeping Angels, and Tech Tayun said, I think a bit later, that they had captured that rogue Weeping Angel that was hidden. So, I mean, they found that Weeping Angel, and it's like I don't know, it like looked like it had been captured like in prison a bit, but the Doctor had like a more free reign, was in the space like Tech Tayun was showing her around the division. Also, we get to see the Fob Watch, which has been shown previous times when a Time Lord has had their consciousness hidden, mostly in human form, but I suppose it can just be any memories, like David Tennant's Doctor in The Family of Blood and Human Nature, also the Master in Utopia, when he hid himself as a human, and also kind of like the Roof Doctor, but she had like a fire alarm thing, and she was like break the glass, and that's so it's kind of like the Fob Watch, but there's another one, and obviously Tech Tayun basically said, yeah, that's your memories. That's your memories. Like, you want to know your memories. That's the Fob Watch, but you're not gonna get it while I'm still alive. But I mean, Swarm just killed her. And in the next time trailer, it is like Zor seems to be like opening the watch, which side note is just a dumb thing. I mean, when the 10th Doctor, David Tennant's Doctor, opened his Fob Watch, the Family of Blood were just totally, there was nothing they could do. Same with the Doctor when the Master opened the watch. Like, the Master, when he opened the watch and he returned, there was nothing the Doctor could do. Same with the Jadoon, when the Roof Doctor well, it wasn't, she didn't smash it then, but when she read the text, which was basically to induce, like, the Doctor for a couple of minutes, there was nothing the Jadoon could do against the Doctor. So that just seems like a stupid decision Azor is doing, because there'll be nothing they can do. I mean, which is what we want, but I mean, it's not what Swarm and Azor would want. I mean, that just seems like a stupid decision. But another thing, they say that there's multiverses now, so from one universe they're going into another, and that hasn't been brought up since Series 2 Parallel Earth storyline with the new Cybermen, like Rise of the Cybermen and Age of Steel, I think it's called, where the TARDIS falls through the time vortex and goes into a parallel universe. So obviously it's like the Earth, but a little bit different. But a parallel universe, which means that Division is just even beyond like normal Time Lords. They could only travel within the time vortex, within the time stream. the 10th Doctor does say, however, that there were times before where you could go back, between different universes, between different, within the multiverse, like between different multiverses, between different universes. But it doesn't seem like they have the right power to control it, as the 10th Doctor is, really confused and, not scared, but, just confused by all the different, by the different parallel universes, and this is a powerful being who should know all, and he portrays it that way, like he's kind of like a know-it-all. But so it seems like Division has a high enough power. I mean, beyond just moving to a universe, literally destroying a universe by man making a cataclysmic, an apocalyptic event. I mean, it's literally said the first episode is the Halloween apocalypse, and it is an apocalypse coming. It's just so much that. It is crazy insane. And I think the Doctor could take over Division, because once she can find a way to defeat Swarm and Azure, which I'm sure we're going to see in the last episode, that she can get her memories back, and that will and then she'll know all about Division, and she'll have the knowledge and also maybe even the power over the Ood and the other creatures that work for the Division still, because we see that Tech Tayun had some thing over the Weeping Angels to get the Rogue Angel and also the Doctor, but it's so the Doctor could, with all her memories and the power over, as I said, the Ood and other creatures who've worked for the Division, to build up Division again, and do with it as she would please. But I doubt that's the thing the Doctor would do. So she might be able, with her new memories, to dismantle Division, or because it's kind of bad that it's been yeah, we've been here the whole time. Division have been oh yeah, we've been here the whole time. We've just been off to the side, just out of shot. But it I think the Doctor could build it up and maybe dismantle it, so we won't have to be with Division again. But maybe Christian will can pull well, here's why Division has to exist, and win the fan base over. But what do you think? Who do you think will take over Division, if you think anyone will? What do you think will happen to Division? Let me know down in the comments below, and also don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.